We are so excited that you're about to listen to the Cultivate OKC podcast. The podcast is a product of the Cultivate OKC Venture Accelerator. Our hope is that Oklahoma City will become famous for an atmosphere of flourishing. We believe in a courageous and connected movement of entrepreneurs leading redemptive ventures will play an outsized role in that story. Today's episode is a chapter in that story. Now let's jump in.
Blue7. So I use the word crap different. Follow me here. I use the word crap differently than a lot of people do, and I often will find myself saying, we have a bunch of good crap. We just sell a bunch of good crap, and I just use it as a general term. But you know, when I think about that, it really helps me communicate that it is just stuff. We're a retail store, and we just sell stuff, and it's not what we sell per se that is important. But for me, and I always come back to the relationships that we are facilitating. And that means the relationships between us and customers that come into our shop. It means relationships between us as a retailer along with people like Tracy at Plenty. And we have a great relationship with other retailers, relationships with vendors, and hopefully facilitating relationships with customers amongst themselves. So, for example, for about 8 years, I think, we did a project called the Clean Start Project. And we sell, this is called raw denim, and I like your point. You're like, I don't care where it was made or who made it or how they made it or all of that stuff. So I'm a self-proclaimed denim geek, and we can talk about jeans and the weave and all that stuff all day long. But you know, at the end of the day, we had a project called the Clean Start Project, where you start with a brand new, clean pair of raw denim, which is denim that has no wash, no treatment. It's like just almost black. It's so dark indigo. It's like a blank canvas. And so you wear it for weeks and months, and over time it begins to take shape and form to your lifestyle and your body, and it becomes like a blank canvas. They change, they evolve, and we just really geeked out about this stuff, and we thought it was a great product. It simplified someone's life. Literally every morning you wake up, you put the same pair of jeans on, and you go on. And so we started a project with like 10 of us to say, hey, let's wear the same pair of jeans for 6 months and see what happens. We'll document it, we'll take pictures, and it'll be once a month we'll see each other, we'll get together and just see how our jeans evolve and change. I mean, it was a nerdy denim geek thing, but really it had nothing to do with denim. It was about us facilitating community with a group of 10 people. And it was really successful. Everyone that did it loved it. And 8 years later, it had grown to 200 participants. And so we had 200 people come in the shop, buy a pair of jeans at a discount so that they could participate with us. And we took all their photos on day one when they first started wearing the jeans. And for a while, every month, they would come back. We would schedule. I mean, I spent a lot of money on this project. We would schedule a time. We'd hire photographers. We'd have a backdrop. They'd come in. We'd photograph them again. And it was so amazing to see over the months how their jeans change. If they were an artist, if they worked in an office, no matter what they did, the jeans kind of took on the lifestyle of the individual. But we also had events just for those participants. So we would meet at a coffee shop and support someone that was maybe participating and support their coffee shop. Or we had a screen printer that participated with us. And so we would say, come show up, we'll let you learn how to screen print. And we were in his office, we had food and drinks, and we just hung out together. And it was crazy. Like when you would go around town, I'd go to a restaurant and eat, and I'd be like, how are your jeans doing? I'd run into someone. I mean, Oklahoma City's not that big. So 200 people that are participating, we were running into each other all the time, and we had this common bond. And the thing that made me most excited about that had nothing to do with jeans at all, but the idea that we were able to use retail to facilitate community and facilitate relationships. And so any of the projects that we do, we try to make sure that the foundation of those projects is relationships. And you know, I feel like we serve a relational God. He doesn't care about the clothes we wear. He cares about our heart and how we're connected to him. And he said that the greatest thing we can do besides love him is to love each other and to love our neighbor. And so figuring out a way to use retail to connect with people and develop those relationships with people. So that's at the foundation of what we do. It's not that we sell a certain brand or a certain product or product category. It's that we try to find ways to use retail to connect with people and help people connect with each other. That goes with like trying to help people pick out gifts for one another. Like meaningful gifting is really important to me, and everything that we do kind of comes back to that. But
thank you for joining us for a sneak peek into the Cultivate OKC podcast. To catch the full episode and many more, go to cultivate.city. We believe that no city can become great unless everyone thrives, not just the privileged or the opportunistic or the connected or credentialed. We believe entrepreneurs and their ventures have an outsized impact on flipping the script. Our hope is that Oklahoma City will become famous for an atmosphere of flourishing. We believe a courageous, connective movement of entrepreneurs leading redemptive ventures will play an outsized role in that story, and we exist to nurture and multiply that movement. Will you join us?